Hey, what's up, peeps? This is Mr. Shane, also known as VizFact, and this is the first video of Federation Webs. And what I want to talk about in this video is making your blog look good. An example of a blog that's not working is actually my main blog. And as you can see, there's not a lot of pictures. There's a few ads. It's taking a minute to load, which bothers me, but I'll have to work on that later. But this blog looks good only because there's content, and the content is arranged properly. And I have my other little marketing doodads on the side here, as far as like the Federation Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and blah blah blah. But the main point I want to make is that there's still not enough content on this blog. I haven't even gotten my categories filled out, and a lot of people go through a lot of extra measures to make their blogs look or websites look good. But you got to keep in mind that if someone visits a website, they're not coming to a website to look at it, number one. Number two, they're coming obviously to access some content. So if you have your content categorized in a good way, or at least available to the user, that in my opinion constitutes a good looking website. Just as far as a home page goes, it's content management. That's the key to making your blog or your website look good. If you want to know what's hottest of the week, you can see it, click it, go to it. If you want to check out and get a feel of what we're doing on the site, you can look at the home page and pretty much go where you want to go, and everything works. And that's basically the first step I would go through as far as making sure your site looks good. I mean, if you have 6 categories on the home page, as I do, you at least want them to be full, or it looks like an incomplete project. So I grade my website, the one that I manage on the Federation Network, a fail, because this is not filled in right. This website is not incomplete. There's white space, which is unacceptable. And the site that I really wanted to review and get into, and the second part of this overview, is pictures. You always want to add pictures of some sort to your post. Let's go look at this one. I don't add them all the time. If I have video in the post, I don't generally worry about pictures. But in this post, I put in a video which is embedded in the theme, so you can resize it. In this other video that I added, let's see if the theme will resize it. No, it doesn't, but who cares? Point being is that when you look at this post, there's content, and that's really what you want. And now is another post. In this post, I added a picture, and the picture in this post makes it look good because it kind of breaks up the wording a little bit, makes it a little bit more easier on the eyes. And another benefit that I get to using a picture is I can, if you hover over it, I've named it BMI ASCAP CSAC. So when people search for these things in images, this image is going to show up in the Google image results, and that's one way of getting them to the website. The video is also a way of getting them to the site, because our videos are actually featured in, if you go into video and search for something and we have something, our video will show under the video results as if it was a video site. And thirdly, it adds more depth to it. I mean, no one wants to get to a page where there's just content, there's no pictures. And I would rate this a quality post. It looks good. It's got links to the stuff that matters. And the picture really breaks things up a lot. So always add pictures. For one, you get search results from pictures, you get aesthetics, or you get your post to look good. And it adds to the quality of the post if the picture is related to it. Another thing you want to know about adding pictures is you always want your pictures either centered. I mean, you don't want to have tacky pictures in your site, to where when I say tacky pictures, let's go to HustleLink on the Federation Network. HustleLink is a recording label / business. And when I look at his pictures, his post, he's learning the blog, so it's okay. This picture is not aligned right, and that just generally takes away from the overall quality of the picture. So what we're going to do is fix this, and I'm also going to change the text color on his site, because I don't like that. It's hard to distinguish the links, and then when you see a link, it's black, and his links on this site are probably not going to get clicked much, and that's my fault. So let's fix that. I'm going to pause it, well, just for a quick second. And as far as logging in is concerned, the way you log into a WordPress website is you go to the root name. This is hustle.net, but the root name to the install is hustle.thefederation. And you want to type in wp-admin and press enter, and you'll get your login screen. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and we're going to pimp out that blog post. So let's run back to the main site. Actually, I want to open it in a separate tab. That way I won't have to keep going back and forth. And this is how you can make a simple post look really good with just a few tricks. What were we looking at? The Colin Powell. Let's go over to the Colin Powell. Let's pimp that out a little bit. We're going to go into Edit Post. And the first thing I want to do is I want to fix this. I think he means Good Morning America, but we have to build the network for dumbasses. Not that we think dumbasses visit the network, but we want it to be usable by everybody regardless of intelligence level. So we're going to fix the spelling corrections and make sure that we get his message across, which is Good Morning America, wake up and take a look at your town. We'll go ahead and separate that, move this picture up a little bit, and let's resize it. To resize it in WordPress, if you're using the latest version of WordPress, you just need to click it and grab the edge. Now we're done here, but we can pimp this out a little bit more. We'll do a Colin Powell wiki, just in case the user wants to know more about Colin Powell. And to find his wiki, and we will type in Colin Powell wiki. And that ain't nothing that you necessarily have to do, but if you're doing a real short post and you're not doing a lot of writing, which is what we do on the network, it's okay to add a link. And let's add it to politics in the categories, because you always want to do that. Let's check out our tags. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's type in President of the United States, because that is what the post is talking about. We'll go President as well. Add that tag, and let's go ahead and make sure. Well, this blog is set up to where it automatically takes the first image and uses it as the featured image, but we may change the blog theme one day. So we want to have that set up that way it doesn't cause us any problems in the future. And we'll go ahead and add a page title, because the page title shows up at the top in the browser, and it also shows up in the search engines. So we'll name this one Colin Powell for President. Colin Powell as President. And we'll say a post about Colin Powell being President. Now what happens when you do this is not only does the blog look good visually to the user, but it also looks good in the search results. So if this ever shows up in search results, they'll see Colin Powell. Well, clearly this was a poor title, because this is basically his opinion on Colin Powell. It's little shit like that gets your blog looking good. And we're not worried about keywords on the Federation Network because I have the tags set up to be keywords. And we will go ahead and update this. And now that the post has been updated, it does look better. I mean, the words are wrapped around the picture. I do need to change the color of these links because this is not very conducive to having your links clicked. So I'll change that. I'll go ahead and promote the post a little bit. But as you see, the title hasn't indexed into the web, and Facebook already has a copy of the post under the old title. So we're not going to promote it, but we will stick it up on G+. now the copy that we want on the web, or the first version that goes into Google Plus, is opinion on Colin Powell. I probably should have named it opinion on Colin Powell as president, but that's okay. This isn't my blog. I'm just doing a quick video showing you how to get your blog looking right. And the first thing is to have your shit in the right categories, have your post looking good, always add a picture, and help yourself out with some good tags, which Charlie Hustle did, and always put your shit in the right categories. And another thing that I do want to do with these categories is I kind of want to put all of his categories under blog, but since there aren't many categories, it's okay. And a big no-no is to have stuff under uncategorized. So let's see what this is, and this is another post that belongs in his politics section. Or I could just delete the blog category, and there's no picture in this post. Oh, it is, but again, we have a poor post here, or the picture doesn't look right. This picture should be up here, so let's move it up there. Alright, we're back in the post. So here's another one we want to fix. Let's put it at the end of that period, behind ideas to surface. They have to be passed. Stick it up there. It doesn't look quite right. Let's move it up again. And let's go ahead and fix that and fix that. And we want to always capitalize our countries and use our spell check, which I think Charlie posts from an iPad or something. I don't know. But don't judge Charlie because he's a rookie blogger. We have no tags. So let's click Get Tag Suggestions, Galena Park ISD and Obama. And he's talking about Romney. We'll go ahead and slide in opinion and politics. And I'll leave this alone because I've already made my point here, and we'll go ahead and stick politics there. There's a checkup. Cool. Guess I must have put it under there already. As far as putting the politics category under the blog hierarchy, where blog category is the parent category to politics category. And to make this post look a little better, I want to type in a caption. Let's see what happens, because sometimes the caption throws off the blog post. Oh, no, it worked that time. And that just looks better. And I'm not going to go through the trouble of linking to Wiki, but I do want to know if he has other posts related to Obama. And to do that, you just hover over the link in WordPress, or you highlight the word you want to use, you click Add Link, and there's a search box that pops down, and I can type in whatever I want. And the purpose for doing this is to find out if there's anything else related to Obama on his blog, because linking to it would help its traffic by getting it's called search engine optimization. It gives you more authority on a subject if you're talking about it more often, and you're linking to other articles that you may have published on your site, which starts to make you an authority as far as your opinion goes on that particular subject matter. And another thing about linking to other content that's already on your site is that you get more traffic, and the customer or the visitor has more reason to look more into your site because you're giving them an opportunity to do so. So I highlighted Bush administration, and I pointed it over to a blog post that he did on George Bush earlier. We'll update this post and see how it turned out. And now we have a better looking blog post. Of course, the text coloring is off. I need to work on that. I'll go ahead and help him push that on Google Plus. And we have a better looking blog post here. And it just looks better than it hanging off the bottom on the side. So what you learned in this video was the importance of adding tags, the importance of using pictures because they help in the search results, the importance of making your blog look good is basically the reader takes you more seriously. I mean, you don't want your blog to look like some third grader posted it, especially if you're not targeting third graders. And that's no disrespect to Charlie Hustle, because he's just learning this process, and this is the first video that I'm doing. And this video was basically about making your blog look good by properly arranging the content you already have.